Good morning. Yashika, please make sure if some new people join, you accept them and let them enter into the lobby or enter the room. All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining today. My name is Sanjay Saha. I'm the founder and CEO of BSkill. I sincerely apologize for being a bit late. There was a confusion with the time zone. Um, now, this is the first workshop of this course, Problem Solving Within the Supply Chain. This course is developed by BSkilled. Very quickly, BSkilled is a learning and development provider at a global scale. We are more than 4 years old now. We develop certified e-learning programs in supply chain, health supply chains, and other areas. And we train professionals across the globe. Through some of our supply chain courses, we have certified more than 600 professionals from 50 plus countries, including Nigeria, of course. This particular course, this is a new course that we have developed, courtesy Pierre, who's here as an instructor. He is the one who wrote this course based on his experience of supporting and working in many countries and central warehousing and procuring agencies. The core idea for this course is for supply chain professionals to understand how to use problem solving skills comprehensively within supply chains, because you know on a daily basis you see many problems in supply chains. However, sometimes uh, the ones that you see visible, they may not be, they may look like as problems, but the causes for those might be much deeper. And if we do not fully understand the causes of those problems or their symptoms, and we design solutions based on, not based on full diagnosing, then those solutions may be ineffective. So through this course, you will, in a very practical way, uh, you will learn how to utilize those root cause analysis methods to understand the problems or the symptoms that you see in your supply chains, and then identify the root cause, and then identify solutions that address those root causes. So as we had sent you the emails, all of you have been registered on BSkills platform, and the course access has been provided. So majority of the course is there on the platform, and you need to finish the course within these 8 weeks. However, um, in the next 4 to 5 weeks, every week on Monday this time, we will have a workshop with all of you, where we will discuss some specific problems that you may see in your state. And Mr. Abdul Aziz has been very gracious in sharing some examples with us, which we will use to discuss those supply chain problems, their root causes, and their analysis. Eventually, we will also discuss the assignment of this course in this workshop. And through one of these workshops, we will help you design those assignments, which will be based on your real context. So without further ado, I would invite Mr. Abdul Aziz to share a brief overview of the Yobe State DMA, and set up the context for this course, as he has graciously accepted our invite to organize the pilot for this course at Yobe State DMA. Mr. Abdul Aziz.
Okay, thank you very much, Sanjay, for this brief, and welcome everybody to this meeting. And I am Abdulaziz Garba Mohammed. I'm the Executive Secretary and the Chief Executive Officer of the Yobe State Drugs and Medical Consumables Management Agency. It is an agency of government that is tasked with the mandate of providing essential medicines, quality and affordable to all our public health facilities within the state, and also tasked with the mandate of engaging in public-private partnerships to see that the agency achieves its mandate of providing these essential medicines at the most affordable price and the ensured quality. And as you have said before, that there are a lot of, so basically it is an agency that is supply chain heavy. And so we try to see how we can actually bring those efficiencies into the system so that we are able to provide these, to achieve this mandate efficiently.
Abdulaziz, I think we lost you, no?
Yeah, I can't hear him.
Okay, I think I went off a bit now.
Okay, you're
Can
back.
you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So as a supply chain agency, we are into sourcing, quantification, procurement, warehousing and distribution, and also all the necessary documentation, and then the feedback. Feedback in terms of reverse logistics, in terms of because it's a drug revolving fund system, also in terms of collection of sales and all of that. So a whole gamut of things that we do. But one of our key challenges actually basically is trying to see how we can actually maintain stock levels that will be able to satisfy the health facilities. And one of the key areas that we look at is the warehousing aspect, which actually determines which is the operational base for the agency. And we have tried to see how we can actually streamline those processes. But as you can see from the pictures I have sent, we are still having some challenges with how we can actually organize ourselves. We also actually realize that we have some gaps in terms of the warehousing capacity that we have. And so we are trying to see how we can build. We have another warehouse now that has been built. We are trying to see how we can organize that such that we believe if we have enough storage capacity, we'll be able to stock more. And then we are also able to actually put in place a system that would address the kind of issues that we have seen in those pictures. We are also working with other organizations such as Kaizen to see how we can actually streamline our processes, how we can be more efficient, how we can actually put systems and processes that will be able to help us to achieve these objectives of the agency. So in a nutshell, this is what we have, but we also realize that as part of our skill building, we need to have these problem-solving skills. Because the problems will always be there, as we all know in supply chain. There are always emergencies, there are always problems that we need to resolve. And so we thought it was a good idea when we were approached by these skills to see how we can actually upskill our staff to be able to identify these problems and to be able to actually put in place tailored interventions to be able to resolve the issues that we see on ground. So this basically is why we are here. And I believe that at the end of the day, the staff of the agency will be able to give a good account of what they need to do and how they are going to support the agency in terms of achieving its mandate. So thank you very much, Sanjay. Thank you very much, Pierre. And also, Yashika, we are really grateful to have this opportunity. Over.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Abdulaziz. Really appreciated. Headlines. So next slide, please, Yashika. Yeah, so this is the agenda for today's workshop. We'll start with a roundtable introduction for everyone so that we all know who's part of the program. Then I know that a lot of you have started the course. So if you have any questions on module 1, module 2, you can ask them and we will respond to those questions. Then we will go through an example of root cause analysis, and it will be a real example, of course. Then as Mr. Abdulaziz said, we have received some images and ideas of problems occurring at the Yobe State DMA. So we will start with one practice session using one of the problems occurring at Yobe State DMA. And then finally, there will be a Q&A if need be. Okay. We'll quickly move on to the roundtable introduction. I would start it, then the B-Skill team, and then I would request each of you to take 10 to 20 seconds to introduce yourself, talk about what you do, where you are based or located, and a bit about your educational qualifications as well. So very quickly, my name is Sanjay. I'm the founder and CEO of B-Skill. I'm located in London, UK. I have been working in the global health space for 15 years now, and I specialize in supply chain, pharmaceutical regulatory, quality assurance, and training and development. Thank you. Pierre?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Pierre Devasson, and I'm the supply chain director, the technical director at B-Skill. I've been writing courses. This is one of the first that I wrote in collaboration with Sanjay, and I've been conducting courses in English and in French. And I have 25 years of experience in supply chain after an MBA in supply chain in the US and a Master of Science in Finance. And I've been involved in lots of settings, especially French-speaking African settings. And I'm currently working with Abdulaziz with an assignment in Geneva. That's where we connected. And to give you a little bit of a context, thanks with this connection, we suggested with Sanjay, we suggested to pilot this course within your organization. And because thanks to the friendship with Abdulaziz, that's thanks to that we are here now. And the last thing is that the idea it's piloting, it's for free, and we're happy to provide that. This good opportunity, but what we would like to have from you is after you went through the course, you give us a little bit your feedback so that we improve it. So that's a little bit the deal. Thank you very much, and I think I pass on to Ritika.
Hello everyone, my name is Ritika. I'm an instructional designer at B-Skill. I create e-learning materials and focusing on interactivity and effectiveness of learning solution. So I'm passionate about making learning more impactful and fun, and I'm here to connect and learn from you all today.
Yeah, no, you forgot to mention that you were the one who developed this course. Huh?
Yes, I have helped in developing the course with Pierre and Sanjay.
Thank you, Ritika. Yashika?
Thank you, Sanjay.
Greetings, everybody. First of all, welcome to the workshop. My name is Yashika. I recently joined B-Skill as a community development associate. So I handle creating courses and also managing the community of learners that we have here. My educational qualification is in behavioral sciences and psychology, and I've worked extensively in the field of mental health and education. Very excited to have all of you here, and eventually I'll be the coordinator. If you encounter any issues, you can reach out to me via email. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, B-Skill team. I would request for everyone to unmute themselves and go one by one. Maybe, I don't know, Abdulaziz, you may want to start very quickly and then lay the foundation for everyone else to join in.
Okay, thank you very much, Sanjay. So I'm Abdulaziz Garba Mohammed. Like I said, I'm a pharmacist by training, and I've 36 years post-graduation, and I've been in supply chain space for the past 21 years, 22 years, working with international organizations, basically WHO, UNICEF. I've worked with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And right now I'm working, like Pierre said, with him on the Gavi Independent Review Committee in Geneva. I was appointed to this position in 2020 as the Chief Executive Officer of the agency, to establish the agency and also to run the agency. So this is 5 years now we've been in operation. So basically that's what I do, and I'll leave the other members of the team to introduce themselves. Thank you.
Thank you, Abdulaziz. Maybe I'll just call out the names so that it's easier from whoever is here. So maybe if we can start with A.A. Ahmed. This is the name that I'm seeing on Teams. A.A. Ahmed, can you? Yes, thank you.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. I am pharmacist Abubakar Ahmed. I am the technical assistant to the Executive Secretary Yodma. I'm a pharmacist by profession. I have 6 years post-graduation. I worked in hospital before I joined the supply chain aspect of pharmacy in 2021. Thank you. And over.
Thank you so much, Ahmed. Fatima Bello.
Good day all. I am pharmacist Fatima Mohammed Bello. I am the sales manager of Yodma. I have 8 years post-graduation as a pharmacist, and I've been working in supply chain now for 4 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Fatima. Hassan Umar Makwai.
Good morning, all. My name is Hassan Umar Makwai. I'm a medical lab scientist by profession. I have been in this organization for about 4 years, but my specialty is quality assurance since 2011. I practice in the lab. I work in the hospital setting for about 10 years as laboratory quality assurance officer. So I am presently a quality assurance officer working with drugs and medical consumables in the Central Medical Store. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Jamila Shuaibu, if I'm correct. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So good morning, everyone. I am pharmacist Jamila Shuaib Ahmad, the Central Medical Store Manager, and I have 10 years postgraduate experience, and I've been in the supply chain journey for 5 years now. Thank you.
Thank you. Muhammad Noura Babao. Mohammed, yeah. Good morning.
My name is pharmacist Mohammed Noura Babio, and I'm a warehouse manager here at Unguru Warehouse. I've graduated from University of Maiduguri in 2018. I have 7 years post-graduation experience, and I've been working with Yobe State Drugs and Medical Consumables Management Agency since 2001. So 4 years working with Yodma. So thank you.
Thank you. Muhammad Abu Bakar Muhammad. Yeah, Muhammad Abu Bakar, can you hear us? Okay, let's go to the next person. Muhammad Ushu Ibrahim.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Muhammad Ibrahim Ushu. I graduated in the University of Maiduguri. So I worked with Central Medical Stores for over 15 years, and now I'm working in Yodma for about 5 years now, and I'm in marketing department. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Muhammad Abu Bakar, anytime if you hear us, please unmute and introduce yourself. But let's go back to Muhammad Usman.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. I'm Muhammad Usman by name, and then I'm pharmacist by profession. So I have what do you call it? 6 years post graduate experience, and then I'm working in Yodma for over 4 years now. So I am the current supplier relationship manager of Yodma. So thank you.
Thank you so much. The name written is Farm BG. Sorry, I'm not sure what your exact name is. So Farm BG.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Pharmacist Wagner Ilya by name, the Deputy Director, Sales and Distribution. I have 8 years working experience as a pharmacist, and I'm presently pursuing Masters in Logistics and Supply Chain Management with University of Maiduguri. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Next is Sadatu Sani. You're already unmuted. Please introduce yourself.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Pharmacist Adet Sani. I'm the Zonal Warehouse Manager for Chisholm. I've graduated 2016 and I've been currently working with this agency. I've been working for 5 years now. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yahya Muhammad Sani. Yahya Muhammad, can you hear me? Yes, okay.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Hello, good morning, everyone.
Yes, we can hear you. Please carry on.
Good morning.
Okay, my name is Pharmacist Yahya Muhammad Sani. I work at Marketing Department of Yobe State Drugs and Medical Consumable Agency. I work as the Marketing Manager, and together with the sales units. So, thank you.
Thank you so much. Next is Zainab Mohammed. Zainab Mohammed.
Hello everyone. My name is Zainab Mohammed. I'm a pharmacy technician. I graduated 2020 at College of Health Science and Technology, Mubi. So I'm working with Yotma since 2021 as an inventory officer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Zainab. And the final participant is also Zainab Samanja. Zainab Samanja. Yes, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Zainab S. Samanja from Yodma. I'm a biochemist by profession. I'm the Senior Scientific Officer from the Department of Quality Assurance, Yodma. I have 5 years experience working with Yodma under Department of Quality, Production and Quality Assurance. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I believe Muhammad Abubakar Muhammad, you're available now. Could you introduce yourself very quickly?
Hello, everyone. My name is Muhammad Abubakar Muhammad. I'm a pharmacist by profession, and I have 9 years post-graduation experience. I've been working with Yodma for the first 5 years now. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I think Mustafa Baba Usman, you have just joined. If you can hear us, can you introduce yourself? Mustafa Baba Usman. If no, then we will move forward. Yashika, next slide. Okay, next slide. Yeah. Okay, so I believe several of you have started the course. So we wanted to know if you have any questions on the first 2 modules. There could be any kind of questions. Please, if you have any questions, you can raise them now. We have about 10 minutes. Since we are a bit delayed, so we could do for about 10 minutes. Thank you. Any questions are welcome.
It could be technical question on how you experience the course, or it could be on the content.
Yeah.
Over to you. Don't be shy, huh? It's supposed to be an interactive. The purpose of this e-learning is that actually there's something that is remote and that you do by yourself, and there's a session that is common. That's the reason why it's called CLC, Collective Learning Collective. So all together. Over to you.
Okay, thank you very much. Maybe I will start and then they will loosen up and talk. So just from my perspective, I think the content is very good, and I think it is very easy to follow through. Very detailed and very interactive and interesting. But just the snag that before one gets used to the layout and everything, you know, when you go through this online training, you have a lot of platforms. You have experienced some, and you are going to experience something new. And so those are some of the things that people need to get into. And that is why I said from the beginning that we should have study groups so that people at that macro level will be able to interact and see how they can support each other to navigate the platform. But for me, I think it's very good, and maybe just a tweak here or there, but then it's how the layout is, and it's fantastic as far as I'm concerned. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Abdulaziz. And I believe one of the participants, if I'm not wrong, Zainab, one of the Zainabs, you have been associated with B-Skilled before. Could you identify which Zainab it is who have done, I think, CLC1 with us? If I'm not wrong. Zainab?
Hello,
No?
sorry. It wasn't Zainab, it was Aliu Gadaka.
Oh yes, sorry, Aliu. Yes, I think he's probably not here, no? Or is it
Yes.
you?
No.
Oh, he's not here. He's not here. Okay. So one of your colleagues has already gone through one of our courses. So if not us, if you have any problems, please, you can also reach out to him. I think he was one of our star students as well. So he can also help you in understanding any issues which you may find with the platform. But anyways, our team is also available to support you if you get stuck anywhere. But if you have any other technical questions, we saw that some people have not started. So we will also encourage you to start very quickly so that when you come to these workshops, you are well informed on, what is happening and what kind of discussions that we are going to do. So I will pause again if you have any questions.
And the staff of B-Skill being Yashika.
Yes.
Reach out to her. She's actually here for you.
Yeah, just for me to add that the support that you get is really very important, because it helps you to understand on a global level how things are done. So as much as possible, use this time to connect, to ask questions, to really connect with Yashika and all the other team members, so that you have that broad overview of what is actually happening. It helps a lot for you to be able to navigate some of these things. Thank you.
So,
okay, if there are no questions, maybe we move forward. Maybe there will be questions later on. Yeah, Ahmed, do you have a question?
Yes, I have questions.
Okay. Go on.
So we understand that the modules 1 has been open for us to go through, and we've started it. And once you reach 60% complete, the next stage is the discussion forum. We find out that it is locked. Once after you've seen the descriptions of the instructors, you cannot be able to progress from there. Is that all that we can do for now, or is the technical issues from our own end. Thank you.
Okay, I think yeah, we will quickly look at that. Ritika, can you make a note? I think the discussions for module 1 and module 2 needs to be opened since the course has started. So if you
Sure.
could do it right away. Yeah. So thank you, Ahmed, for noticing that. So the discussions will be available in the next hour for you to participate in and move forward. Okay. If there are no other questions, then hand over to Pierre and Yashika. Maybe we move forward. Yeah, move forward.
Yes.
Yeah.
So no. That was it. Can you go back? Yes. So here you have a little bit of a picture that is of course a joke. You have two people in a water tank that is leaking, and the discussion is about, obviously we could fix the holes, but the fast and simplest solution will be to add more water. So we wanted to put this picture here to give you a little bit of the spirit of this course, which is the experience of Sanjay and I, and as well, something we shared with Abdulaziz, is that it's been too long that in an African context or elsewhere, we've been fixing the symptoms instead of the root cause. And this is at the beginning, this is the inception of this course. So it's this 20 years for Sanjay, 25 for me, years of course experience that we develop into this course and say, we need to teach, we need to share a way so that in any context, people will fix not the symptoms, but the root cause. And obviously the root cause by, and the example is somebody has a headache, and the doctor will give paracetamol instead of identifying the cancer in the bladder. One is treating the symptoms, the headache or the pain, and the other one is to fix the root cause by treating the cancer. And so the idea is that it gives you some kind of a philosophy, and there was a debate between Sanjay and me to say what should be the title, and we thought about saying that the art, using as a title the art of problem solving or the philosophy of problem solving, because it applies into a professional setting and it applies as well in a personal setting as well. So I wanted to give you a little bit of a background so that you understand that this course is a bit beyond professionalism. It's as well, it tells you, it provides you methodology, how to solve problem, and especially in the personal setting. And if you went through the quiz, the pre-course quiz, there's a question about the leak in the roof, from the roof. It's a personal setting. So just wanted for you to acknowledge that so that you will think a little bit beyond your role in this organization, and you might apply this methodology in your personal setting. It's very powerful. That was just an introductory information. Okay, can we, do I have the slides or Yashika, you could move on to the next slide? Yes, okay. So we will here, as a third chapter of this course, we will apply root cause analysis in an action, and it's a real case example. It's not a setting of Nigeria, it's another setting, French-speaking Africa. Next slides, please. So here we will request a little bit of interaction with you and ask you what to take a look at this screen. And this is where we will ask you to raise your hand and then answer the question. When we move into root causing, there's a set of 4 questions. What do you observe in this image? And then, is this storeroom on this context, is this storeroom well organized? Third question, could this situation lead to stock management problem? And the fourth question is, based on what you've seen in this image, do you think this is a problem? So I will ask somebody to interact with us and answer the question and raise the hand and then contribute. Over to you. Hello? Don't be shy. I could tell you that this is the context is in a district depot in a French-speaking African context. You see the shelves. So who would like to describe that and conclude if it's a problem or not? Yes? Somebody? Excellent. Thank you.
What I saw, there is misorganization of the cartons. Everywhere is scattered. And I think when looking for something, it will be very hard for you to look at what you are looking for in an easy way.
So for you, is it a problem, yes or no? And what could be, what could this situation, this problem lead to?
Yes, to me, it's a problem.
Okay.
And it could lead to, I think, the main problem is you can't access what you are looking for easily in this place, I think.
So that means that somebody in the room, in this depot, will have a hard time to access easily and quickly the stock. This is what you meant.
Yes.
Okay. So that's number one. The consequence, one of the consequences. What are the other consequences? Potential consequences.
Hello.
Okay.
Go on.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. What I observe here is there is also misutilization of space. And for instance, now if these commodities are not well arranged and maybe gotten another consignment, putting the new consignment into this is another problem. So the space is not well utilized. Had it been it is well arranged, there will be space which will accommodate another consignment into.
So there's a wastage of space available. There's nice shelves, but yet the space is not well utilized. It's very close to what your colleague said, but it's something else, and you're exactly right. That's a second potential consequences, bad consequences. What else? Yes, Madam Fatima?
Okay, to me, working in the supply chain with cartons and everything arranged like this, we can also have expiries because there will be items that might be with this arrangement. I think you cannot adequately apply FIFO. That's first expiry, first out. And that might lead to a lot of expiries. Thank you.
Exactly. So that's a very good point as well. If you cannot reach out, if things could be hidden on the shelves, then that means that some stock, current stock on hand, could be ignored and therefore not used as first in, first out. Excellent. Anything else? Yes, Mr. Ibrahim?
Yeah, good morning, everyone. I think in this kind of issue, the lead time won't be favorable for anyone that's going to pick any commodity out of this warehouse. So thank you very much.
Yes, that's a good one as well. Anybody else? I think I think there's a clear agreement that there's a problem and there might be potential consequences, bad consequences. I would add, if nobody else has anything to add, is that by having so many cartons here and there, it doesn't meet the quality assurance requirement. And therefore, there might be vermins and rats and whatever could be nested because it's not clean. It's a mess. Yes, I've seen one hand. Then
Yes,
yes,
yeah,
go ahead.
yeah. Yeah, to me, this started curtain here, it looked like unfavorable condition for the staff to work, and then it can lead to injury, except to the workers in this scattered this thing, carton here, and also can also lead can also provide create a room for the dusty and unclean of the shelves and the floor of the cleaner will not have access to clean and clean all these shelves and the carton here, and also can lead to the injury of the staff if care is not taken, because the carton are scattered. It's not well arranged. It's not well organized.
Yep. Very
Thank
good.
you.
Indeed, the impact could be because things are not accessible, especially the middle of the room. So that means that it's impossible to clean, and therefore it's going to be very dirty sooner or later. Totally agree with that. Zainab, you wanted to say something?
Yes, what I wanted to say earlier is that it can lead to rodents can hide in these places, and pests, which can cause damages to the commodities inside.
Okay. Exactly. So all these are very good. And so we're talking about always, we start with the basis on root causing. We start on the basis, is it a problem? Yes or no? Because if there is no problem, then no need to solve it. We agree with that. Very simple. Now, if it's a problem, it's nice to see what could be the consequences of this problem so that there's an urge to solve it. Now, next move is that if it's a problem, then the question is it the root? Is it a symptom of something else? And that's the second step that we need to think of, is that, okay, then we agree that it's a problem. The question is it a symptom of something else? And this is where we move into the causes. So you see, there's a structure in the thinking. It is a problem, yes or no. If it's a no, then it's not, there's nothing to be solved. If it's a yes, then it's potentially the symptom of something else. And then number 3, it moves to the causes. And after the causes, it moves to the root causes. Okay, so we're going on this path slowly. Let's move to the next slide, if you don't mind. So yes, it's a problem. Number one, we have said some of you said stock is not properly categorized and organized, damaged and open boxes, increasing the risk of product contamination, total lack of space and storeroom management, resulting in inefficient storage. And then somebody else said poor visibility of stock levels, potentially leading to stock out and or over ordering. Are we clear with that? Yes,
Yeah,
somebody would like to add.
I just want to interject here. I think, you know, when you are learning, especially in adult learning, I think experience counts a lot. And I'm very sure all of us attend the daily Kaizen meetings. And at the end of each daily Kaizen, you have the 5 A's that you put. So just in the back of your mind, be thinking about that and be thinking how it applies to this situation that you have, and you'll be able to make sense of what is happening. So don't compartmentalize your knowledge, bring it all on board, and then you'll be able to see the bigger picture. So sorry for that.
No problem.
Yeah, just to put a context there.
Yeah. Okay. It seems that there's a consensus on that. Now, there's an agreement that it's a symptom. What could be, and we're going a little bit ahead of the following, the next step. What could be, I would like one person to say what could be if if there is a problem and these are the symptoms, stock is not properly categorized, damage and open boxes could be spotted. There's a lack of space and storeroom management. There's therefore a poor visibility of stock level. What it could be the symptom of? So that, and the next slides will move into, will dwell into this root causing. But I just wanted to have a sense of you guys, what you're thinking. Somebody would like to kickstart?
Okay.
Yes,
Hello, everyone.
Madam Jamila. Good morning.
Yes, thank you. So, from my own view, why we are having these cartons anyhow and they are not well arranged is lack of a designed pack size. Like if to say, like there are some racks that we are issuing the commodities in cartons. Like for instance, let me use our paracetamol syrup comes in a carton of 48 bottles. So we are usually using issuing it out as 48, and the minimum we give is that's half of the 48, which is 24. So I think we need to reinstitute this kind of issuing style to other commodities so that we will be having some level of sanity. That's for the cartons to look a bit tidy, not roughly open and scattered inside the store.
Okay.
Thank you for.
Yes. Okay. So that's the beginning of in the pathway, the intellectual pathway. Oh, somebody else wanted to talk. Yes. Please.
Yes, I want to add on what she said. This could also be problem due to knowledge gap.
Yep. Very good. Tell us a little more about that.
Hello?
Yes, tell us a little more about it.
Yes, okay, what I'm trying to say is that maybe if the personnel managing those commodities lack some knowledge gaps in arranging commodities and categorizing those commodities, actually it could be a serious problem.
Okay.
The knowledge gap of even the managing the inventory.
So, for example, what you're saying is that the manager of this district depot is new and has no experience and no training on depot management, and therefore has no structure to organize and locate and place well the cartons, and therefore just leave them there like that, in the desk on the left or in the pile on the right, this kind of stuff. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's very legitimate.
Yes.
Okay.
So sorry, Pierre, just a reminder to the team. I think for those of us that were here from the beginning of the life of the agency, we had a very, very major problem. Could you relate that problem to this scenario? Just thinking.
So are you saying that this picture reminds you of back the old days?
Yeah, so maybe somebody should have thought about that. That's just what I'm thinking.
Okay. Yeah, it's very common. It's very common, and indeed, this is a problem. It's a symptom because they might be underlying reasons, like Sanjay said, and therefore one of them could be that actually there's a lack of expertise and training of the person managing. Yes, Sanjay.
We have about 20 minutes and probably we can elongate by another 10 minutes since we were a bit delayed. So you will have to move a bit faster. Thank you.
Okay. So, good discussion. We take time, I take time, and I'm reminded by the big boss Sanjay because it's the beginning, but probably it's a learning curve. Next slide, please. So, you see, your colleague said, well, it's a symptom and there's underlying cause. Let's try to identify the root cause of a poor space and storeroom management. There's a consensus that there's a poor space and storeroom management that could lead to. So these are the consequences, but here we're not going downstream, we're going upstream. So if we say that there's poor space and storeroom management, which is the problem, then if we ask one time why, we ask why is the storeroom disorganized? And an answer could be the storeroom keeper is not managing space and storeroom properly, leading to cluttered shelves, misplaced product, and inefficient inventory control. It's what your colleague said. Is not managing the space storeroom properly. That's a fact. That's the problem. But we identify somebody who's directly involved in that. Okay, next slide. So that we ask a second why. Why is the storeroom keeper not managing the storeroom properly? And your colleague went a little bit too fast because he went already to the second why. The storeroom keeper lacks training and expertise in space and storeroom management. You see, your colleague ask two whys and answer two whys in an answer. Indeed, it's very accurate and very smart. Now the question is it all? If we ask another why, do we find another cause? And this is here. Why has the storeroom keeper not received the training? And one of the answers could be there is no structured training program in place for storeroom management. That could be a very legitimate intermediary cause of why the storeroom keeper lacks training and expertise in space and storeroom management. Then we ask ourselves a fourth why. Why is there no structured training program? And the answer could be there is a lack of supervision and performance monitoring at the district level, which means that actually nobody of the hierarchy, remote hierarchy, which is probably the what you say, the regional level that is supposed to monitor, to come once a month, every quarter, to come and have a look. That could be one of the supervisors, indirect, but a direct supervisor could be actually the head of the district depot, of the district hospital, could come and supervise and check the performance, monitor the performance of the depot. And that leads us to ask a fifth time why there is no supervision and performance monitoring. Then the answer could be, and again, it's very contextualized, could be the supply chain governance does not prioritize training, oversight, or clear job responsibilities for the storeroom staff. So what we would like you to understand from this example is that first question is what I see in front of me on a picture for this course, or like Abdulaziz, in your own setting, in your own warehouse. Is this proper or not proper? Is it a problem or not a problem? You could think about potential consequences just to say, to ask yourself if the problem is big or not big. Then the second phase is to ask, okay, is it the symptom of something deeper? If it's a yes, then you move to a third phase, which is to ask 5 times why. And by answering these whys, and you see that there's a structure thinking, this is very intellectual. Why the storeroom is disorganized, we have an answer. The answer is that the storeroom keeper is not managing the storeroom properly. So this goes into the second why, and so on until the fifth why. And the fifth why is actually very far from a storeroom being disorganized. It's about governance. Governance, which is far from a storeroom keeper. And the governance, the big boss, the supervisor, should have a way to train and to make sure that the storeroom keeper is equipped and skilled to do a good job. Number one. But number two, that the storeroom keeper is actually monitored from time to time. And maybe if this, to make a joke, of course, not to blame my friend Abdulaziz, but if this example applies to your context, then you could say, but Abdulaziz, you are the one to blame. Not only you don't train us, but number two, you never come in our environment, the warehouse, and say, this is not good, this is not good, this is not good. And so he might be at stake. I'm sorry to put the blame on you, Abdulaziz, but I'm just wanting to illustrate that this example, very widespread across all settings, could lead to a root cause, because here it's not a cause, intermediary cause anymore, it's the root cause, because after that, it's difficult to ask a sixth why the governance doesn't prioritize. It goes very, very, let's say that it stops there. So in a nutshell, this example is about one of the methodologies to root cause a problem. But before moving there, you need to make sure that this is a real problem. And this is you ask yourself if it's a symptom of something deeper. And both answer should be yes before moving to applying WISE. Sanjay, do you want to add something else on that before we ask the people attending, the participants, to react to this? Over to you.
No, nothing from my side. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody would like to intervene here? And especially my dear friend Abdulaziz, if you felt finger pointed.
Yeah, so I think thank you very much for this step-by-step dissection of the whole issue. And I think basically what we know is that there are a lot of issues, there are problems that we see, but because we don't dig deeper, we may not be able to actually resolve these issues because we are only treating the symptoms. It's like having a patient in your facility and then the patient has a fever. So, you know, fever itself is not a disease, it's a symptom of some disease. So without going to treat that disease, you are only going to be treating the symptom, which is the fever. So the same thing in life, everything applies. You need to know the problem, you need to know what is causing the problem, and then you need to apply your intervention at the root cause, what is causing the problem, not the problem itself. And so you need to be empowered. That is what it just basically means. And that is what governance is all about. It empowers you to resolve the issues that you have at your own level. And it's not one person that will do that. It's everybody that is along that supply chain system that should be able to do that, because there are supervisors at each level. So people will need to actually be very particular about what they are supposed to do. We need to, for example, have terms of reference. We need to have job descriptions and everything, so that if you have those in place, then you'll be able to see issues and then you'll be able to resolve, you know, the pathway to be able to resolve those issues. I think this is what we need to do. And having this kind of root cause analysis at our fingertips will help us to actually streamline our processes, and then we'll see that we are improving every day. Just remember the Kaizen thing. It's always about continual improvement. And every day you solve a root cause, you are improving the system and you are improving yourself also. So thank you very much, Pierre, for.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Abdulaziz. And remember that this presentation, this webinar is, so if you did several, the module 1, this speaks to you way more than if you have not started, because during that module you touched upon that. Now module number 2 will move you somewhere else, and this is what we're doing now is a touch point, but you need to be up to date with your courses so that actually you appreciate that more with what you learn in the course. Over to you. Somebody would like to say something before we move quickly? Okay, so probably if nobody's willing to speak, then can we go to the next slide, please? Yashika, thank you. So here we made it obvious that there's 2 root causes that we spotted in this specific context. Weak supply chain governance, because the governance should have said, we need to have our staff trained, and as Abdulaziz said, job description, so that the people know that in their role, they need to organize well, arrange well district depot, but on top of that, manage it well and not leave left and right all these things as a mess. And that's number 1. But number 2, if there was supervision, it would have been spotted. And if it was spotted, then the root cause number one will have said, it will have said the number one, governance. You need to apply training to people, to our technicians, and you need to make sure that there's a training an annual training plan, so that people, new or old, will be refreshed with expertise. So this is important in the why analysis to end up with a conclusion. Yes, this is the problem. Yes, it's the symptom of probably something deeper. And these are, this is the root causes we identified. Now, one problem could lead to various and several root causes. But what is important is not to stop at the first why, because this is only the surface. We need to ask 5, and maybe why not 6 or 7, until it goes to the core, and then you cannot go further. So that's a process. Next slide, please. And what is very important is to understand what is the difference between a symptom and a root cause. This is totally different. Read the symptom: cluttered storage and space, and storeroom poorly managed, no clear system for stock tracking, open and damaged cartons. These are symptoms, they are not root cause. And the root causes are very different. Lack of training for storeroom staff, no standard for storage and space management, weak oversight and governance in supply chain operations. And this is critical to distinguish the symptoms from the root causes, to distinguish the symptoms in a problem, so that we able to treat the root cause and not treat the symptom. Like Abdul Aziz said, headache is the symptom. You don't treat the symptom. You try to look for the root cause. The cancer of the kidney is a good root cause that could lead to a headache and pain, and that is the one to be treated. Next slide, please. Further analysis. So here we wanted to broaden a little bit the perspective. The problem is commonly found in lower intermediary and peripheral levels performing warehousing and storing. And as Abdul said, it was back in the days where the situation could have been in your organization a bit similar. And in a Kaizen kind of thinking, the farther a district depot or a health center is from the capital or the regional health agency, the less likely it is to get regular inspections and technical support. This has been spotted everywhere. Where there's expertise, where it's in the central level, then most likely the management and the management of the stock is well done, equipped with people with high level skills and experience and diploma. The further we are, the least is possible, because pay is not as adequate. It's difficult to recruit extremely talented people. It's more difficult. There's probably less inspection from the regional or the central level. And it's less visited by anybody and technical partners as well. And then last and not least, these facilities often have limited staff and resources, I already touched upon, making it difficult to manage space and storeroom efficiently without proper support. Let me finish by the next slide, so that we will be able to move to the next, the fourth chapter. So, of course, Identifying root causes is not the end of the journey. Now we know these are the root causes, and we need to remediate, find a solution for these root causes. And we use the specific term in this class, in this course, called remedial actions, an action that remediate the root cause. So here we suggested 3 of them. Provided training to both the storekeeper and the supervisor, so that the supervisor understand that actually that's his responsibility as well to come often or less often to make sure that the job is well done under him or her. So we need to train the storeroom keeper and the supervisor. That's number 1. Number 2, implementing and tracking performance indicator for space and storeroom management. That's a way to keep an eye that the root cause is gone, is treated, and therefore the symptom is gone. And you've seen lots of pay for performance that has this indicator as one of the most important indicators. And then number 3, if you have formative inspections or you have no training, regular training, then it's difficult not to solve the problem. And that's the reason why for each organization to have a plan for training is very important. Not only training for people who have been in a job for a long time and probably believe they know it all. It's important to have refresher from time to time. That's an option. The other option is as well to make sure that newcomers will be trained. This is very important. And you could train using B-Skill or any other competitors to have this kind of training. That's an option. The other option could have in-house training, and it could be shadowing to have an expert coming from the next the district depot to come over to you and to say, well, this day number 1, we will do that together. And I shadow you so that I transfer my competency. That could be another one. The other one is to have a formal training for any newcomer. Sanjay, do you want to add anything on that before we move on to the next step, or Abdulaziz, or anybody else?
No, not for now. Thank you.
Sanjay?
Is this the end of this exercise, or there is another slide?
Yes.
Yashika?
Yes, after that there's the contextualize.
Okay. I think this was a good introduction on a structured method to how a structured method can be followed to understand a problem, investigate it, come to a conclusion, and address it. Now, during the course, when you go through the course online, you will find a similar type of structure being followed in multiple examples. And for you to also understand that the same procedure can be applied anywhere, and also giving you those tools so that you can do it yourself. What I would recommend, since we don't have time on our hands, and I know everyone who's here would have a lot of work to achieve today as well. What I recommend is that we send this PowerPoint to everyone, the one that we are showing. Pierre, what you can do is you can quickly introduce the exercise, which is there in the next few slides. And then, we get submissions from everyone on how they understood the problem and how they diagnosed it, because there is they can write on the PowerPoint itself. So instead of doing it now, because it may take 20 to 30 minutes, which is very long time, I would suggest you introduce the activity and we send the PowerPoint to everyone. Thank you.
Excellent. Abdulaziz, are you okay with that?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, excellent. So let me introduce you the section number 4, which is actually same as the previous section, but with an example from Nigeria, from your own organization. So Yashika, can you move for the next slide? Exactly. So here, this is the picture. I don't know when this picture has been taken, but it is you guys. This is you. This is your context. So quickly, we see rackings, very professional. Pallets on the rackings, and on the floor, very good plastic and wooden pallets. But we see lots of other things. And during this exercise, you will have to ask yourself, is it a problem or not? Am I seeing a problem, yes or no? Then again, if you say no, maybe Abdulaziz will not be happy, but it's just a joke. Probably you will see that there's a problem. So you will have to write it in the next slide. Problem statement. Is it a problem and why? Not why, what could be the consequences? What do you think is the problem? If there is one, then you ask yourself the next slide, do you think it's a symptom of something else? And you ask yourself, yes, this is a symptom of lack of something or whatever. You will have to write in the slide. Then next slide, please. Then you will have, since you identified the symptom and you're at the left side of it, of this slide, then you ask 5 times why and you answer the whys. Maybe Yashika, you could move to the next slide. And basically, you populate this exactly like we did in the previous example. You ask why, you answer why. And the next why will dig deeper on the answer of the first whys, and so on, and so on, and so on, so that you go to the 5th why. And if you go to the 5th why, then, Yashika, if you could move to the next slide, then you go to the root causes and you identify them and you put in bullet points here how many you think are the root cause, what are the root causes and how many there are. And if you want to add a 5th why, if you want, you could do it. I mean, this is the beauty of this methodology, which is very simple. Okay. And after that, you reflect on the problem, and you could broaden it, and if it applies to, generally speaking, in other settings. Are you okay to do this exercise all together before the next webinar? So I don't know how Abdulaziz would like you to organize yourself. You work independently or you create small groups. I don't know exactly how you want to do that, but I think Ritika will send you the slide. We'll remove the text of the notes because there's the solutions. So if you don't mind removing it. And then for the next webinar, we will ask 1 or 2 groups to present what they ended up with. Sanjay, do you want to add something, or Ritika, before we pass on to Abdulaziz?
I think what we could do, which would be easier for everyone, is everyone can go through it individually, or I mean, if they have access to other colleagues readily, then that's okay. But at this point, you can also go through it individually, and send us back the slides that you fill. In the next workshop, we will start from this and then move forward. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Sounds good. Ritika and Yashika, do you have anything you would like to add?
No, we're good.
Okay. Okay, good. So before giving the microphone to back to Abdulaziz, there was a little bit of technology issue, so we were a bit late, and we trying to get up to speed to make sure that everybody feels comfortable. We have a little bit of time to talk. If you have any question, if you would like to share your experience like somebody did before Abdulaziz tells you how he wants the next step to be done and this exercise. Anybody would like to speak, to talk? Next slides, please. Yeah, final Q&A, open discussion and clarification. Anybody, was it smooth enough? Did you understand? Do you want to have a clarification? Anybody, open forum? Anybody would like to talk about anything, saying that it applies to their context or not, or they already did that? Do you feel interested in this topic for the people who would? Yes, Abdulaziz.
I don't think you people are this shy.
Sorry?
So speak up, say something, discuss, because the only way you learn at this level is to discuss when you have opportunities to discuss. So please, let's discuss.
I think this is okay, Abdulaziz. We have done many workshops in Nigeria like this. What happens is in the first one, people are a bit quiet. But I mean, I know our dear people from Nigeria, once they get to know us and they have spent a bit more time, I know very well that from the next workshop onwards, it will be a bit difficult to contain them. So this is okay. I know they are trying to understand what we are saying, and this is a new start. So this is totally normal. But I would really request that when we organize the next workshop, and we will be on time, you come up with your questions, you go through the materials on the platform, so that you are totally prepared of what we are going to do in the workshop. You will receive the workshop materials in advance. There will be a bit of agenda given to you as well, so that you know what do you want to focus on. This was a more introductory workshop, so we did not share much. But from the next workshop onwards, you will be given more details so that you are fully prepared as well. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a learning curve, Abdulaziz. Probably it's a learning curve. It's gonna go there. It's impossible to have somebody to react, to say something. Yes, Abdulaziz.
Yeah, okay, thank you very much. Yeah, it's a learning curve, but I'm just from the background of where they are coming. I'm sure most of them have done these trainings multiple times, and I was hoping that they have overcome their shyness and everything, and they'll be able to speak. So I think for each training, there's this cycle that you need to get into the mode before you start maybe conversing and discussing. So after saying that, I think what we need to do now is to see how we can arrange the teams. It's not, for this one, I will agree with Sanjay that let people look at it individually. but also let people discuss at their own level. You can fill your templates yourself individually, but let's try to start discussing so that we build that team spirit as we move along. And then at the end of the day, we are going to get the value of what we are doing. It's adult learning. Some of us are slow learners. Some of us are fast learners. If we really want to get the meat of the whole thing, we need to be able to support each other. And that's what I think we need to do. The other issue I want to talk about is punctuality is really very, very critical. The time allotted is really, really not sufficient if you are looking at it in that regard for people to come in late. So please, let's try to be early, and let's also try to go through the material so that we are prepared beforehand. And that is the only way that you can ask questions that you think are very important, that need to at least give you that confidence that yes, what you are doing is the right thing. If you don't prepare, then you will not have the questions to ask, and then you will be left with some doubts hanging in what you are learning. So let's prepare before we come, and then let's see how we can contribute to the discussions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Abdulaziz. And just to make sure that everyone understands how much time they should invest in this, I would recommend invest about 4 to 6 hours every week. And then, of course, this session is additional. This is live. But on your own side, if you just invest 4 to 6 hours every week, this should give you a good idea of what is happening and what will happen in these workshops as well. I know you are all very busy, but this will really help you expand your cognitive abilities into how can you solve problems on a daily basis. So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in today. And we will also make it a bit more smoother from the next week onwards. Apologies for the delayed starts today. Pierre, last words?
No, I think you said it all. It's difficult to allocate time because you're busy with your family life and your professional life. But again, it's probably a good investment, and there's ways to make it clear that for 2 hours you will be focusing on doing that, and you do that twice a week, and you're done with this training. And after that, you just have to attend. So it's a matter of how you organize yourself, like always. But there's lots of takeaway. And it's always good to feel that there's Abdulaziz or a boss anywhere who says, yes, I would like to invest in my people. I would like to make sure that they learn something else that is not a technical supply chain course. This is a little bit to the margin, but yet there's so much to learn about root causing and that's the reason why I talk to you about it's personal as well. You could apply it on your personal way, on your personal life. Over to you. So see you next week at the same time, earlier for us, and we're sorry about this mistake. And Ritika and Yashika are here for you, so don't hesitate to shoot an email. And they are very reactive. Now they're based in India, so there's a little bit of late in Nigeria, will be very late in India. But that's their role to support you in the learning pathway.
Ritika, you had a question or something you wanted to say?
No, I want to thank everyone for participating, and I just wanted to ensure that everyone know that their feedback and suggestion means a lot. So at every step, we will ask you to suggest something or give your feedback, honest and brutal, so we can make it better for you guys.
Thank you, Ritika. And the discussion issue has been resolved, so you can please carry on with the course. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. And we will meet you next week. During the week, please do not hesitate to reach out for any issues. We hope you will progress well in the course. Yashika will share a progress report at the end of this week as well. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, everybody. And it was a pleasure.
Yes.
Thank you.
It was the
Bye-bye.
beginning of a pleasure.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye. Wishing you a good week to all of you. Bye-bye. See you next week.
See you next week.